Welcome to What's Math. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. This video will focus on dividing polynomials with an emphasis on synthetic division. Important. In order for you to use synthetic division, the polynomial needs to be divided by x plus or minus a number. It cannot be x squared, it cannot be x cubed, it has to be x plus or minus a number. We are going to use numbers only. It must be in order from the highest to the lowest exponent. If there's a missing term, we have to use 0 as a placeholder when we're setting up the division. For example, 5x cubed plus 2x minus 7. It started off with an x cubed, so the next one should be x squared, then an x, then no x. So the x squared is missing. So when you set up the division, you will have 5x cubed plus 0x squared plus 2x minus 7. That's very important. And we're always going to be adding. Important. Your answer always start with an exponent that is 1 less than the highest exponent given. Example. Open parentheses, x cubed minus 9x squared plus 11x minus 96, close parentheses, all divided by, open parentheses, x plus 5. To set it up, it looks like an L. We are going to take the plus 5 and put it on the outside, but when it comes out of the parentheses, it needs to come out as an opposite. So instead of plus 5, it goes outside as a negative 5. Remember, we're going to set up the inside, and we need to make sure that we don't have any missing terms. It was x cubed and x squared and x, and then no x, so therefore it's in order, there's no missing term, and we're only using the numbers. So therefore, on the coefficient of x cubed was 1, and the coefficient of x squared is 9, the coefficient of x is 11, and then there's a minus 96. We're using the numbers only. The first number always comes down. Always. So if it was an 8, it will come down as an 8. If it's 100, it comes down as 100. The first number always comes down. Then we're going to take the outside and we're going to multiply the bottom. So it's going to be negative 5 times 1, which is negative 5. And that result goes inside. Remember, we're always adding. So therefore, it's going to be negative 9 plus negative 5, which is equal to negative 14, and that goes outside. Then we're going to repeat the process. So it's going to be negative 5 times negative 14. So negative times negative is a positive. So it's going to be positive 70 that goes inside. And then we're going to add. So 11 plus 70 is equal to 81, and that goes outside. We need to multiply that 81 by negative 5, and that would give us negative 405. That goes inside. We're going to add, and the result would be negative 501. Your last number will always be your remainder. And when we're setting up the answer, it's going to be the bottom plus the remainder over what we're dividing by, which is the outside, what we're dividing by. That negative 5 represents, the outside represents the x plus 5. So it's going to be over x plus 5. Important. Remember, we always start with an exponent less than the one that was given. So we started off with x cubed. So that means my answer will start off with x squared. So the first one would be x squared. The second one would be x, and then is a number. So my answer would be x squared minus 14x plus 81 minus 501 over x plus 5. Example. Divide 3x squared plus 17 all divided by x minus 4. We're going to set up the division. It looks like an L. It's a minus 4, so when we take it out, it comes out as the opposite. So it's going to go outside as a positive 4. We need to make sure that there's no missing terms. It was x squared, then it was no x. We're missing an x, so it should be 2, 1, 0. So therefore, we have to have it as 3x squared plus 0x plus 17. The coefficient of x squared is 3. So it's going to be the coefficient of x is 0, and then it's going to be 17. So it's going to be 3, 0, 17. That's very important that we incorporate the missing term. The 3 comes down always. The first one always comes down. Then we're going to take the outside and we're going to multiply the bottom. So it's going to be 4 times 3 is 12, and that result goes inside. Remember, we're always adding. So it's going to be 0 plus 12, which is equal to 12. That goes in the bottom. Then we're going to repeat the process. So it's going to be 4 times 12, which is equal to 48, which goes inside. And we're always adding. So it's going to be 17 plus 48. And the result goes in the bottom, which is 65. Remember, your last one is always a remainder. And when we do an answer, it's going to be the bottom plus the remainder over the outside, which is represented by the 4, which represents x minus 4. So that goes in the bottom. So it's going to be over x minus 4. Remember, your answer should always start off with one exponent less than the given. We started off with x squared. So therefore, my answer should start off with x. So the first one is x, and then the next one will be just a number. So when we're setting up our answer, it will be 3x plus 12 plus 65 over x minus 4, because it's a positive 65, so it's plus 65 over x minus 4. And that's your final answer. Let's go ahead and check for understanding. Divide using synthetic division. 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 9x plus 13, all divided by x plus 2. Solution. 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 9x plus 13, all divided by x plus 2. We're going to set up our division. It looks like an L. And that positive 2 will come out as the opposite, so it's going to be negative 2 on the outside. We need to check to make sure there's no missing term. We have an x cubed, then x squared, then x, then no x. Nothing is missing. And we're going to only use the numbers only. So the coefficient of x cubed is 2. The coefficient of x squared is negative 3. The coefficient of x is 9. And then there's a positive 13. The first one always comes down. And then we're going to take the outside of negative 2 to multiply the bottom. So it's going to be negative 2 times 2 is going to be negative 4, and it goes inside. We're always going to be adding. So negative 3 plus negative 4 is negative 7, which goes to the bottom. Then we need to repeat the process. So it's going to be negative 2 times negative 7 is going to be positive 14, and that goes inside. We're always adding. So negative 9 plus 14 is going to give me positive 5. Then it's going to be negative 2 times 5 is going to give me negative 10, which goes inside. And once again, we're always adding. So it's going to be 13 plus negative 10, which is going to give me positive 3. Your last number is always a remainder. Remember, your answer is the bottom plus the remainder over what you're dividing by, which is the outside is negative 2, which represents x plus 2. So it's going to be over x plus 2. Remember, your answer always start off with one less exponent than what was given. We started off with x cubed, so therefore my answer will start off with x squared. So the first one is x squared, the second one will be x, and the last one will just be a number. So my answer is 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 plus 3 over x plus 2. And it's a plus because it's a positive 3 remainder. And we're dividing by x plus 2, so it's over x plus 2. And that was the answer. Please subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell for further notification. Like and share my videos. If you like what you saw in this video, feel free to buy me a cup of coffee. It's not mandatory. Thank you in advance. Until next time.